Ohuhu was generous enough to ship me a shipment of new products, and in this video I'm going to be testing them out one by one. They sent me 4 different products. We had those metallic gel pens, we have this huge box of colored brush pens, and I'm going to be testing out all the products in this video. All the links are going to be in the description box below, so please do check those out and use my code for 10% off all these products as well. There's black fine liners, there's this awesome pack of alcohol markers. I've been seeing a lot of these products all over social media, so thank you so much to Ohuhu, and let's get right into it and test out all of these awesome products. The first item I'm going to test out is the 48 pack of alcohol markers. I was so excited for this because I'm just in love with this color palette. It comes with this fat chisel tip on one end and a thinner brush tip on the other end. It also comes with these color swatch cards. I'm going to swatch every single one here. Do be aware that the name of some of the colors don't quite match the actual color, like this black brown that comes out fluorescent orange. So I would highly recommend filling out the swatch cards before you use any of the colors. But otherwise they swatch super nicely, and I'm really impressed with the pigmentation and also the layering. When you go over it, it doesn't kind of clump up. So yeah, really happy with these markers. Let's test it out now in my bullet journal. Now these are alcohol markers, so I do expect them to bleed through. I'm using 160 GSM paper, and you can see that the more intense colors do still bleed through. So do be aware, but they're alcohol markers, so that's not surprising. I'm going to try out the blender pen now. I was really intrigued to see this included in the pack. So I'm layering a couple somewhat similar colors and then using this colorless blender to sort of drag up the color. I don't know if I'm really doing this right, but I'm really impressed by how they blend, and I think it looks really, really cool. So yeah, that's the alcohol markers. Next up is this 12 pack of white and metallic pens. There's 6 white, 3 silver, and 3 gold. So let's test them out. As you can see, they come in a pen like this, and the tip looks pretty normal, like a ballpoint pen. I did struggle a little bit initially to get the ink flowing. I had to kind of go over it a few different times. And same with the white here as well. You can see I had to try it a few times, but once the ink started flowing, it was working quite well for me. So this is what all the 3 colors look like. I'm going to test it out now on some black paper. I'm going to make a simple holiday card. And as you can see, the ink was dragging a little bit. I had to go over it several times, so this did bother me a little bit, and I think it did hinder my ability to use the pens a little bit. And then one other issue I had was the silver wasn't the most metallic of colors, and in this camera lighting, like, it's hard to actually tell which one is silver and which one's white. So that did annoy me a little bit. I do think the silver wasn't the best of silvers, but the gold was really nice and had this like really warm yellow tone as well. So I think it's perfect for holiday cards and adding a little bit of shine to your artwork as well. Overall, these pens were pretty easy to use, and once you kind of got the ink flowing, I did really enjoy using them. Next up, we have this pack of fine liners. I love me a good black fine liner, so I'm super excited about these. I've seen these before as well, and these come in such a variety of thicknesses. I'm really, really impressed with this 0.05. This is the thinnest one. Then there's this 0.1 thickness. I think this would be a good level for like generally drawing in my journal. This 0.2 is quite good as well, and then they do start to get a bit thicker. I'm really impressed with the length of the nib. This is a pet peeve sometimes when the nib is too short, but I think these are a good length and you can get some good control, and the black is relatively well pigmented too. And lastly, this beautiful box of 160 brush pens. I love the box itself. It has a magnet on the front and this like triangle stand here, so the packaging itself already really blew me away. Each pen looks like this, and it comes with a brush pen on one end and then a really pointy thin tip drawing tip on the other end. There's 160 colors. I do feel like the color of the lid doesn't totally reflect the ink, so be sure to swatch them ahead of time. There's some highlighter options as well. 160 is more colors than you'll ever need, so you're definitely set with this set. I wanted to do a little bit of artwork with the colored pens and the black fine liners. This is a really, really easy hack to make a great spread in your bullet journal or any kind of artwork, and it's so much easier than it looks. So I'm just choosing a few colors that go together and drawing these like random splotches all over the page. The brush tip on these pens makes it really easy to color them in quickly, but I still am able to have good control. And I'm using the fattest of the fine liners here, the 1.0 thickness, and I'm writing New Year, New Me on top, right on top of the splotches. I'm thickening it up with the brush the pen, and then I'm going to add a few sparkles afterwards. Thank you so much to Ohuhu for sending me all of these products. I really enjoyed using them, and they're all quite different, but they all fit my kind of content and my artwork really well. So I'm super pleased with all of them, and I'm so excited to be able to share this with you. Links below, and thank you again to Ohuhu.